Subscribe right now and hit the bell icon, or this fat spider will crawl over your face while you sleep. If there's one thing that the 10 cases of self-harm in animals make very clear, it's that your greatest asset can be your chief hindrance, especially if you are one of these unlucky creatures. So what's so bad about being a turtle, you might ask? Switch to the Inside 10's Discovery Channel and find out. It's not something you'd expect. Number 10, fainting goats. When being chased by a hungry wolf, what's one thing you shouldn't do? Or be in this case? The meiotic goat, or fainting goat, is an American breed of meat goat, best known for myotonia congenita, a hereditary condition which causes muscle cells to contract when the goat is startled. Jump from behind the wall and yell peekaboo, and this wooden-legged goat from the green pastures of Tennessee will fall to the ground like a lazy golden retriever on a hot summer day. Cute, but useless. Number 9, deer pig. The Baru babirusa is a wild pig-like animal found in the Indonesian island of Baru. The small mammals, also known as deer pigs, were gifts from chefs on other Indonesian tribes to establish relationships between islands. Take a walk through the rainforest or by the riverbanks and witness the omnivore's out-for-control fangs. In males, the lower and upper canines literally grow into their head. Bad hangover day? Imagine your teeth growing upward throughout your entire life. Then curling slowly towards your forehead, slowly piercing your flesh and penetrating your skull. How's that for medieval torture? Fortunately enough, their tusks are quite fragile, and in most cases break off before reaching their forehead. Sometimes banging your head into a nearby rock is all that you need to soothe the pain. Number 8, falling cows. In August 2009, 28 cows and bulls fell off a Swiss cliff over the course of 3 days. While cows do occasionally fall to their deaths in these alpine regions, it is very rare for so many to fall in one particular place in such a short span of time. What made them act in such a restless way? No one knows for sure, but it could have been the thunderstorms. Hard to believe, but lightning and thunder may have spooked the poor animals, causing them to make the fatal leap off the edge. What do you think was the reason for their fall? Number 7, reindeer. Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas. No, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer's companions aren't always this happy and cheerful. During breeding season, fights are common among males, and with their antlers made of steel, the scenario often takes a bloody path. Full speed, head on into your opponent's head. And what do you get? One injured reindeer, and another even more injured reindeer. Sometimes things take a less dramatic, yet more painful route. The two brawlers, clutching their antlers, end up getting stuck head to head, for good. Easy prey for bloodthirsty scavengers. It may take some time, but time is what Mother Nature has no shortage of. Number 6, the Blue Dolphin. A moment of silence for what comes next. Ever heard of Kathy, the dolphin from the television show Flipper? Making her debut in 1964, the adorable ocean friend quickly won our hearts of the daytime television viewers all across America. Flipper's brand found success in movies, merchandise, and exotic aquatic shows. But what many didn't know at the time is that Kathy suffered from acute depression, which led her to suicide soon after the show ended. The stress she experienced from being captured made her so hollow and sad that one day she decided to end it all of her own free will. She was really depressed, her trainer said. She swam into my arms and looked me right in the eye, took a deep breath, and didn't take another one. I let her go, and she sank straight down on her belly to the bottom of the tank. Number 5, Argali. Argali are wild sheep that roam the highlands of East Asia and the Himalayas. The largest of their species can weigh up to 800 pounds. With a stature of such proportions, male Argali, or rams, grow corkscrew-shaped horns, which can measure up to 6 foot 3 inches in length, and weigh up to 50 pounds. However, as magnificent as they are, these powerful weapons of self-protection may end up costing an Argali their lives. The older the ram gets, the longer their twisted horns grow, until one day they penetrate into the Argali's head, slowly piercing the cheekbones. The sharp tips enter the skull, hitting a nerve or the eye. The painful process usually ends up in the Argali losing its eyesight or dying from infection. Life can surely be a Number 4, sheep. Bred for wool, they are able to regrow it again and again at a very fast pace, which is okay as long as you keep cutting it. But that can be a real pain in the neck if ignored. These white cotton balls can easily suffer from heat stress, especially in summertime, when their wild cousins naturally lose the hair, not to mention the itch. And with all the fluff hanging around, it must be really hard hitting the right spot and rubbing against the fence. Keep trying and trying until their skin tears, causing bleeding and infections, which can, in extreme cases, lead to death. All that can be prevented with proper care, of course. Nothing like a nice refreshing shower on a hot August afternoon. Number 3, manicures. Personally, hygiene is of great importance. Have you ever seen a pony that hasn't had a manicure in a long while? The sight is disturbing. While nature has its own way of taking care of wild animals, domestic donkeys and horses need their hooves cut at least every 10 weeks. Which is not too bad. My girlfriend spends 3 hours in front of the mirror every day. It's not only about the aesthetics though. Stop cutting the hooves and the animal loses its ability to walk straight. Annoying, traumatizing to say the least. Those stallions are made for galloping off into the sunset. Run, free horsey, run. Number 2, turtles. Always look on the right side of life. That goes without saying, especially for our dear friend the turtle. You'd think they'd live a life of leisure and comfort. And for the most part, they do. Except when trying to get back on their feet. Which can be pretty frustrating as you're a clumsy, flat-shelled reptile of 500 pounds. While the drama? Well, once flipped over, these helpless turtle can be killed by the sun, starvation, or fall prey to predators. Their trusty armor, usually of great value, cannot be of any help in this predicament, and does indeed make matters worse. So be a good man, and help a turtle back on his feet, if you see one. Number 1, bacteria. From macro to micro. A bacteria known as E. coli was found to sacrifice itself to protect its colony from going extinct. All for the greater good. After absorbing large amounts of the antimicrobial peptide molecule, the dying bugs hoard the antibiotic, allowing their neighbors to continue growing unharmed. And while certain individual cells do get killed, the rest of the colony goes on growing happily ever after. Evolution at its finest. Wow, have you ever heard of nature acting so unusual? Out of this world, to say the least. What about you? What got you most? Let us know in the comments section below. And subscribe and hit the like button before you go. And check out other videos on the left and right side of the screen. See ya!